Listen, before we begin, I have to put this up here right in front so that there's no misunderstanding. Nothing presented in this recorded recovery seminar is intended to be, listen, nor does it constitute diagnosis of anything of any kind or medical anything of any kind. I don't do that. Others do that. What I do is present some things from another way of looking at them to see if they can be of some help. I put another spin, another angle outside the box for those who struggle. So I'm reaching out. I'm reaching out to help them. See if in this that I presented to those in attendance on that day and how I presented it to them, you too can find some new and helpful understanding. This is an outside-the-box, another approach recovery seminar for those alcoholics and addicts who struggle with their sobriety, many of whom have relapsed again, and yes, yet again. See if it helps you. Here's the seminar. Well, I'm speaking this afternoon to an audience of struggling alcoholics and addicts. As always, the audiences over these 30 years that I've had, they are people who have been in and out of AA, in and out of NA, many out of jail, and they didn't get it. So they've heard everything that is said in AA and NA more than once, and what has been said in whatever rehabs they've been in, and many have been in more than one. It doesn't mean that anything said there is wrong. But sometimes people need to hear something a little more. They need a little more help. Sometimes they need to hear something or be shown watch something from a different angle, put a spin on it. Many people through the years when I presented, many, I never looked at it that way, I never saw that, I never heard that, and no, you haven't heard it. So I'm not here to tell you all out there listening wherever you are, I'm not here to tell you what AA said or NA said. They will tell you, I'm here to tell the group here and anyone listening and present something that they haven't heard before. And the name of the seminar today is called The Train That Runs on 3 Tracks. What the hell kind of train is that? It's the addict's train of thought. What are you talking about? The addict's train of thought and the alcoholic's train of thought runs on 3 tracks. Just listen. The first track is you show them how well you're doing. You smile. You agree with them. You talk to the counselor, whoa, on recovery, whoa. And everybody says, wow, isn't he doing well? He's doing well. She's doing well. But in your mind, on the 3rd track, there's something else you're going to do and want to do that's wrong, and you're hiding it. You're showing them who you're not. And then if they discover that you're up to something, whoa, then you say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, oh, I'm sorry. That's the 2nd track. Saying, but the 3rd track, that's what you're going to do anyhow. How many can understand this? Yeah, only problem is it's not the 3rd track, it's the 3rd rail, baby, and it's going to electrocute your damn life. Oh, you do that. Train that runs on 3 tracks. It's the addict's train of thought. How many can understand what I just said here today? And you see yourself in the reflection of my words. And you hide that. You keep that hidden. Oh, yeah. Ladies, you hide that. You hide that behind your smiling eyes. And no one knows what you're really up to. Can you see that? And gentlemen, you do that. Best way you know how you do that? Oh, you let the lady know you're seriously interested in her. How many have done that? Whoa, you come on like, wow, aren't you charming, huh? But if she finds out you bullshitting, whoa, you're sorry, right? But the 3rd track, that's what you were going for after all. Can you see that? Yeah, watch out, baby. You said, no, what are you talking about, Rev? Check her out. She looks like Cleopatra. That ain't Cleopatra, baby. That's a grizzly bear in disguise. She's gonna rip your heart out. huh? And you got a third track, ladies. You smile at him, huh? Well, you want him, and you know he's wrong for you. How many know that? You know there's trouble, don't you? And you smile and you hide that from yourself, don't you? And someone says to you, stay away from him. He's trouble. I won't go near him, right? I won't go near him. And the third track, isn't that what you want all along? Where do you find out, huh? Who he really is. Train that runs on 3 tracks. Only problem is the third track is the third rail. And people have hidden things that way, and it has cost them. I tell the story, and I've told it before. People say, well, you're going to tell it again. If you've heard it in another seminar, don't worry about it. It won't hurt you to hear it again. It is applied differently here. Here it's applied to the train that runs on 3 tracks. It's the addict's train of thought. Oh, yeah. She was a young woman. She was in the fellowship. She was in the fellowship for about 8 months. And I used to do seminars at the Marriott Hotel over by the Coliseum. You get 150, 200 people sometimes. And she would come to them because they were a big event. And she told her friend Claire, and she said, what is this guy talking about? He ain't talking about the steps and that. I'm in the fellowship, I know, and he's just full of shit. Well, I'll tell you, I told Claire, I said, you go back to her and you tell her she got to take a ticket, like in the bakery with a number on it, because I got people in the seminars and the rehabs when I talk, they think I'm full of shit too. Well, 8 months in the fellowship, and old friends, not friends, came by. They said, want to go cruising? She said, I don't know. They said, no, it's okay. They were addicts, alcoholics, you see. And she said, I don't know. Now, she knew better than to go with them. You don't want to go with people who are active. You stay away from them if you know what you're doing. And so she had the third track going, see. She wanted to go with them. They said, there'll be no drugs in the car that day, and we won't use, it'll be okay. But you see, when you're an active addict or alcoholic, you really believe that you can blow the light safely. When you're not using, and they weren't using that night, see, they still thought they could blow the light safely. Only if you are a recovering alcoholic and addict. That doesn't mean that you're in recovery. Recovering, learning, listening, applying, learning, listening. Recovering, then you are a person who is not sure you could blow the light, so you don't try it. Well, someone heard she was going to go with them, and here came the second track. No, I would never do that. I would never go with them. And the third track, she was going to go with them anyhow. How many can see this? It's the addict's train of thought. She got in the car with them that night, and I've told this so many times, and they blew the light. And a car came across sideways, true story, hit the passenger side where she was sitting. And she lost the use of her legs. She's 23 years old. Now, I saw her in the park some 4 years, I think 4 or 5 years later, and she has a van the color of these chairs. Under the headlight, there's a button, brings the lift down for the wheelchair, and she cried. She said, Rev, I know. She said, I know, I told Claire, you're just full of shit. I don't want to hear what you had to say, because what you had to say wasn't what they were saying. Listen, wherever you're listening to this, what I'm saying is not what they're saying. They say what they're saying. There's nothing wrong with what they're saying. But today here I have a group of people who heard what they're saying, and here you are. So I'm telling you something in addition to. This is another approach. This is outside the box, straight up. And she said, I told Claire, and Claire said, take a ticket like in the bakery. Yeah, I know. She said, look at this. Look at my legs. She said, look at this. And she broke down. And she said, I'll never walk again, Rev. I'll never walk again. She said, and I told Claire you were full of shit. She said, and look at this. And Claire said I should take a ticket like in the bakery. I told Claire, tell them to go to hell. Rev, she said, look at my legs. Tell these people you're not full of shit just because you're not talking about the steps. You're talking about something else. In addition, tell them, Rev, look at my legs. She had a train of thought that ran on 3 tracks. It's the addict's train of thought. Look what it cost her. What's your train of thought, wherever you're listening to this or watching it? What's your train of thought? What are you hiding that's on the 3rd track? If it's the 3rd rail, it's the addict's train of thought. Listen to me here now, and you are listening to this somewhere else. You listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying, my words are a mirror to you who are listening. And you should be able to see yourself in the reflection of the words I'm speaking. How many here can see themselves in what I'm saying? Yeah, the whole room. And this is different. I put a spin on it for you. But it's true, and it's a reality, in addition to whatever else you've been told and or taught. And there's other stories, because the one again, somebody says, hell, you're going to tell that again? Yes, I'm going to tell it again, because it applies differently to what I told and taught it in another seminar. This applies to the train that runs on 3 tracks. Harry was his name. He was a predicate felon. 9 years out of that, and he married Vivian, a young woman. He had 2 little boys, was doing well, and somebody from the upstate, up north, came and knocked on his door and said to him, hey, Har, it's me, one of his cellmates. I got a job. Billy and I got a job. We need your help. There's a lot of money involved. Now, you think that alcohol and drugs are the only thing. No, it's not. What the problem is, you have in you a want to do what the hell I want to do whenever I want to do it, and I've said that for 30 years. There's the target issue. There's the target issue. She wanted to get in that car. She wanted to get in that car. There were no alcohol or drugs in her life. Wanna do, I wanna. And the 3rd track, you hide on that 3rd track what you really want to do, because you know it's wrong, and you don't want anybody to know it. The addict's train of thought. Well, you wait and find out. They're going to find out anyhow. And you see what the hell happened. She couldn't use her legs. And there's Harry. He did the job. He did the job. I said, Harry, what the hell are you talking about? You're 25 to life. You're a 3-time loser. Well, how the hell is Vivian going to bring these kids up? Oh, he cried. Sitting on a picnic table in the park, he cried. I would never do that to Vivian. I never do that to my little boys. Man, I wanted to reach across that table and whack him so Never mind, I can't use that language. Because I knew he was going to do it anyhow. But he's telling me, no. Listen, I've been around. I can see through this bullshit. I knew he was going to do it. He went and did it and he got busted. Went back 25 to life. Vivian called me. She said, I'm divorcing him. She said, I've heard you teach that our behavior forms our destiny. Behavior forms destiny. Yeah, that's in a seminar called So Simple, No Mystery. His behavior created 25 to life. And he was unhappy then because he couldn't accept the fact that it didn't happen. He created it. How many can see that? He literally created 25 to life through his behavior and the principle of the train that runs on 3 tracks. Did you see his train of thought? It's the addict's train of thought. He was going to do it anyhow. I'm showing this to you today. The key here is awareness. When you get a CD on this, or you have it on your, what do you call it, iPod or something, and you listen again and listen again. The awareness of the fact that you sitting here, you listening, this is about you. You have a train that runs on 3 tracks, and you hide this, and you hide it. And I'll tell you what, it's going to cost you. If you think it cost Harry a lot with 25 to life, if you think it cost the young lady a lot. At 23, see what this is going to cost you. She cried in the park and she said to me, Rev, look at this. Look at this. You look at this. You look at this. You look at this carefully. And remember what I just said. My words are a mirror. And you see yourself in the reflection of my words. That creates on your part an awareness. An awareness. And you can say when you want to do what you want to do, when you're going to do it and it's wrong, now you got some words to go with it. Now you got words. What are the words? Damn, he said, a train that runs on 3 tracks. My train of thought, you can say, is operating on 3 tracks. I'm doing exactly what he said. I'm hiding what I want to do. I'm blowing smoke. I'm bullshitting everybody. And he said, it's going to cost me. Big time. Boom. And I want to tell you something. Life is a book. Every day you live, you write a page by your behavior. No erasures allowed. Your behavior creates the conditions and circumstances of your life that you're going to live with. And your behavior forms your destiny. If you want a destiny behind bars like Harry, if you want a destiny with a full rap sheet, if you want a destiny with no legs to use, then you just chuck the CD. But if you're smart enough to know that I'm offering you a gift, then you listen to this again and a third time until it penetrates and you see, son of a bitch. He's talking about me. Rev is talking about me. I see myself in what he said. Is it going to stop you? I don't know. But I know this. It will create an awareness and it'll give you a chance to step back and say, damn, I never looked at it that way. I never saw that. And how many now can see this? Raise your hands here. Yeah, different way to look at it. How serious you are about your recovery, I don't know. But this I know, I'm real serious about getting the message out. My job is to put it out with everything I got in me, straight up. I know what I give, only you know what you get. How many got this? Yeah. Straight up. Hey, if you found this Outside the Box recovery seminar that I just presented helpful to you, then share it. Share it with friends on Facebook and on Twitter and on your other social media accounts. You may help someone else's recovery by doing that. Well, that's the seminar. It's important, however, to understand that it's not offered as a replacement for your participation in the treatment and self-help programs that are available. It's offered to you for the purpose of opening new understanding and to encourage you to get into the appropriate self-help and treatment programs that are available for your life. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you around. I'll see you around.